Number 2, easy to guess. Easy to guess. Who's left? I mean, of the big guns.
Other than Captain America, which I assume is number 1, the real Steve Rogers.
Yeah,
so that's got to be
absolutely.
number 1. I don't know who number 2 is of Punisher's 3.
So Superman, because
That
he
makes
adopted,
no
I
fucking
mean,
sense.
truth, justice, and the American way, man. Come on. Surely Superman is like super patriotic. He's red, white, and blue too. Well,
No,
yellow and blue, I guess.
no.
No,
He's an
you're
alien,
not
defends
convinced?
all mankind. He only stays in he lives in Antarctica in his spaceship. He only hangs out in New York because of Lois Lane.
But he grew up in Kansas, though.
So the fuck what?
He's an
He's not
adopted guy from Kansas.
I mean,
he's
he
a
can be
farm boy
American
from
if he wants to.
Kansas.
I'm just saying he's not patriotism. He didn't even serve.
Hey everyone, this is Gonzo Herrero. Welcome to Geeked and Jacked with my friend, the doctor, Dr. Todd Lee, MD.
What's up?
Oh man, let's just get it on this special 4th of July. I even wore a shirt for it and everything. The 4th of July version of Geeked and Jacked.
I did not remember to wear any Captain America shit. I am sorry about that.
That's fun. You usually actually bring the stuff, and I don't. So I'm fine with it, man. You do have it looks almost like a Ferrari shirt, if you ask me. Is it?
Right. It's not though.
But
nobody ever sees the hidden
meat
subliminal
part.
shit. Yeah. So I'm gonna wear it. There's gonna be like kids and stuff at this 4th of July party. I'll be in pictures. No one will notice, and then 2 years from now, somebody will notice in the pictures what I was wearing.
What the hell were you wearing, man?
I always wear this when I go to Planet Fitness to see if someone talks shit.
So I do have something to show you. Check this out. I actually put this together a few years ago. It is one of my pride and joy of my collection.
Oh wow! Look at that.
Yes.
It looks like it's made of vibranium.
It's aluminum, but it still weighs a good 15 pounds, which is nice because you get a nice little pump when you walk around with it. But it's got like the full.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's got the straps. I was trying to figure out a way to do that. This is a rare earth magnet, so I was trying to figure out the. Whoa, that was good. I was trying to figure out the how to do a harness that would be magnetic. It did not work. So that was my experiment with the magnet. And I never could get a harness to like stay because it would wobble. So, but anyway, it was a fun little thing right there.
Interesting.
Yeah. You know, I actually like put it together. You can buy the blank and you have to paint it. And there's like a whole process for the cosplay people and all that I learned. Anyway, so topics that I got for you today for your expert opinion. So topic number 1, and we'll get into the top 10 most patriotic superheroes for sure. We're going to get into that. I've got a list. ChatGPT says this is the list. I agree with some. Definitely don't agree with all, but I definitely want to get your thoughts on it, and we'll have some fun with it. But as far as nerdy news, let's see. I'm hearing a reboot of Indiana Jones coming. I don't know what's up with that. I am praying that it is not the Disney make her woman, make her gay thing, hopefully.
Yeah.
Because they kind of tried that. Yeah, well, so they kind of tried that with Dial of Destiny. You know, that was kind of like the attempt to make that.
Right.
That weird girl which she wasn't like athletic or particularly charming. I don't know why they picked that lady, but you know. But anyway,
she's not hot.
The fan theory is, and I think the only person that might pull it off is Chris Pratt. I could see Chris Pratt doing okay, his own version, kind of like Bond. You know how Bond, every actor makes it his own Bond. If he went that route, I could see that. I could see Chris Pratt being Indiana Jones. Yeah, he could pull it off. He's got the charm. He's got the sly kind of humor thing, kind of like Harrison Ford, and he can act when it's necessary, like Harrison Ford. So, yeah, it would be cool.
I can't think of anyone better.
Yeah, I've thought about it. I mean, because you got to have that sense of humor. I guess Bradley Cooper might be a second, just because again he can do humor and action. So that's about it.
I can see that.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be about it, at least as far as off the top of my head. Let's see other fun nerdy news. I think that was the one that really like caught my attention. That and Michael Madsen died, which is sad. You know, do you remember
Really?
Michael Madsen? Yeah,
Of course, Mr. Blonde.
Yes, Mr. Blonde, and from Kill Bill, he was. I forget what
He wasn't
snake
significant in Kill Bill, but he was Mr. Blonde was one of the most important roles of all time. If she didn't do what I told her not to do, then I wouldn't have did what I did.
That's right.
It's the most neutral evil shit I ever heard.
Are you gonna bark, little doggy? Are you gonna bark? Okay.
To me, that was the most chaotic evil shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was just doing evil just to be evil
and just torturing him just to torture him, and pouring gasoline.
Hello, is this on? That whole thing with the ear. Shit.
Yeah, he's chaotic evil as fuck in that scene.
Yeah, that was one of those, like, it's so terrible that it's funny. You know, it goes beyond. It's he's right up there as far as like evil characters. He's right up there with, what was the name of the dude in Game of Thrones, man? Ramsey Bolton? No, Ramsey
Bolton. Yeah.
Holy shit, that dude. Joffrey was bad, though. Yeah.
So that's okay. So that's probably, you probably think of the Boltons as the Shemisi, but to me, the Targaryens were the Shemisi. So it's just you have a different view of the Shemisi than me. See, your view of the Shemisi is like the Brodovich.
Yeah. Or they did Vlad Tepes was Simishe of
course,
in the canon, which makes perfect sense.
But he was of the Basarabi line.
Yeah.
Of the Ravenites.
Yeah. And that's of the original
dynasty. Yeah, I look at them more as like the Basarab, and it's like, whereas the Boltons are more like the Brodovich, and then the Targaryens are more like the Basarab line.
To me, the Targaryens scream Malkavian because they're all slightly fucking crazy, a little bit.
But that's not enough. Don't the Abertus monks from Constantinople, that branch of the Shemisi clan, have derangements? Okay. All right. That's right. Derangements aren't exclusive to the Malkavians. Yeah. They're like the absence of a clan.
Yeah. Yeah, almost. Like, the absence of a clan with derangements.
I mean, the Shemisi is the clan of the dragon.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's true. That's accurate.
And they have animalism.
They do. Dominate. I immediately think of Gangrel but I tend to think of things more Camarilla than you do. You're a Sabbat player. So
it's clear that the Starks are the gang.
Yeah, for sure. The Wolf clan, for sure. Yeah.
And the Baratheons are more like Bruja.
The Baratheons? Because they were the rebellious newer family, the rising power. Potents. That's true.
Yeah, and they had potents.
Yeah.
So like the Starks had some form of animalism with wolves. The Targaryens had animalism with dragons. Mm-hmm. The Baratheons had superhuman strength.
Yeah. Yeah. What about
the Tyrells were obviously Toreador.
Are there Setites in the new versions? Because
they're called Ministry.
Okay, because Oberon, Martell, and those guys would be Setites, right? For sure.
The Dorn would have been the Martells would have definitely been Setites because they focus on presence and snakes.
Yeah, and they had the whole poison thing down too, and all that. That was like their thing. So, yeah, definitely that I could see that working. All right, so you want to dive into this list and see if you agree, disagree? All right, let's do it. All right, so number 10 is somebody I'm not super familiar with. Maybe you are. Star Spangled Kid or Stargirl? I don't know. That's a newer character.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
Yeah, apparently some cheerleader chick. Cheerleader with cosmic power and red, white, blue aesthetics. Basically a Gen Z Captain America with glitter and gymnastics.
I don't give a shit. Fuck it.
Yeah, we can skip that one. Number 9 is Uncle Sam from the DC Comics specifically, which is the living embodiment of the American spirit.
I've never heard of him.
Yeah, I think that's Golden Age. A fireworks display that grew up that started punching fascists is basically what it is. So
boring.
Yeah. Number 8, Sam Wilson, Captain America 2.0, Falcon, because he carried the torch after Steve. That's his.
Whatever.
That's his Number 7, this was for the Golden Age. This is before you. This is when they did bad comic books. Liberty Bell. Ever hear of Liberty Bell? Okay, yeah, Golden Age heroine. She punched Nazis. that kind of thing. Her powers got activated by the Liberty Bell, of all things. All right. Number 6, you're going to like, though. U.S. Agent, John Walker. Come on. We like John Walker.
From what?
U.S. Patriot, U.S. Agent. He was the replacement for Captain America back in the 90s. He was a super soldier also. Part of one of the, you know how they did all the super soldier programs? He was one of those. Super strong, dumb as fuck, but hilarious. And crazy, ginormous redneck. But he was like great in his own
Florida?
goofy way. I don't know where he was from. I want to say maybe the Carolinas, maybe. Not sure. But they do have him in the Thunderbolts. He's in there. Like they actually portrayed Kurt Russell's son. Wyatt Russell is the actor who plays him now. And he looks just like the fucking comic book. It's hilarious.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Let's see. Number 5. Now we're getting somewhere. James Rhodes, the Iron Patriot, War Machine.
I like that. I like War Machine. I think Iron Patriot's a crappy name, but War Machine was cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's Iron Man's suit painted in patriotic colors, you know, working for the art for us. It doesn't get a lot more patriotic than that, man. And plus,
I like Iron Patriot.
Yeah, and he's like a self-contained aircraft carrier's worth of weaponry, you know? So, yeah.
And he was an Air Force captain.
Yeah, so he has that too, you know, that he actually is a service person.
Right, yep. I like that.
Right, number 4, I can see it adoptively. Wonder Woman, you know, Wonder Woman was red, white, and blue too back in the day.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. She's the god of war and she's an Amazonian. She has nothing to do with America.
But she came to protect our world, man, and she adopted the U.S.
She's not
because she worked for the U.S.
Dude, wasn't she a librarian or something at the Louvre? Isn't she a museum curator?
So later she was, but I think the original version she worked for the Defense Department with what's the guy's name? Oh my God, Major whatever his name is, Trevor, right? Was it Trevor? Like his on and off boyfriend or whatever?
I don't know.
It was back in the day when you know women were like officers and stuff. I guess you know didn't happen. So number 3, one of your favorites, definitely the most controversial person.
Punisher.
Absolutely.
Punisher.
And he is number 3.
He is definitely one of my favorite patriotic superhero.
Yeah, maybe a little too patriotic. You could argue that. You know, what do you think? Lawful neutral?
I would say he's chaotic neutral.
Well, yeah, he does break the law left and right to do what
he has no regard for the law. Some people see him as lawful evil because he kills people, but he has a code that he only kills bad guys.
Right.
But he's a homicidal maniac and he uses the code to kill bad guys. I don't see him that way. I see him as chaotic neutral, that he has to clean up the streets the most effective way possible, which means not following the law.
Yeah.
Batman's lawful neutral. He's chaotic neutral.
So have you ever seen, there's like some meme out there of, it's like Captain America with some other characters and they're like raiding some Nazi place and Cap just, you know, runs across Red Skull, sees him and just shoots him and kills him. And people are like, oh my God, Steve, what are you doing? You just killed the Red Skull. He's like, of course, I'm a soldier. That's the enemy. What's the deal? Which of course is not the way it plays out, but you know, I could see that it's always that argument. It's that Batman argument of like thou shalt not kill. Superman Batman argument.
It's so stupid.
Yeah. Number 2, easy to guess. Who's left? I mean, of the big guns.
Other than Captain America, which I assume is number 1, the real Steve Rogers. Yeah. So that's got to be number 1. I don't know who number 2 is if Punisher's 3.
So Superman. Because
that
he
makes
adopted
no fucking sense.
Truth, justice, and the American way, man. Come on. Surely Superman is like super patriotic. He's red, white, and blue too. Well, yellow and blue, I guess.
No. He's an alien who defends all mankind. He only stays in he lives in Antarctica in his spaceship. He only hangs out in New York because of Lois Lane.
But he grew up in Kansas, though.
So the fuck what?
He's an adopted guy from Kansas.
I mean, he's a farm boy if he wants to. I'm just saying he's not patriotism. He didn't even serve.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Frank Castle was a soldier. Steve Rogers is a soldier. Sam Wilson's is a soldier. Rhodes is a soldier. they're patriotic.
Yeah. And I think Diana Prince was in at least some of the versions also a soldier or a military intelligence officer, actually. So I'll give her that. I'll give Wonder Woman the pass.
I mean,
So,
fucking Agent Carter
yeah, Agent Carter
is
should
more fucking patriotic than Superman.
Yeah, well, let's talk honorable mentions, man. So, you know who I could argue for? Definitely not top 10, but should be near.
Wolverine.
Wolverine? Well, Canadian though, right? So
he still served in the U.S. military.
He did. That's
in
true,
several wars.
Yeah.
Canada didn't fight any wars. He's served in 6 or 7 different wars.
Yeah, that's true.
He served in World War II. He served in the Civil War. He served in, what do you call it, Vietnam.
Yeah.
Probably World War I.
Probably.
He served in every war except for all the crazy ones after Vietnam.
Yep. You know, the one I was gonna submit for your consideration is as almost like a mirror image of how it can go bad is Bucky, Winter Soldier, and I'll explain why. He served, but so Steve Rogers had the dream path, right? He became the super soldier and the embodiment of the American dream. Bucky went through hell. He was captured, brainwashed. I mean, became part of the enemy for years, for decades. Eventually made it back. So he has a redemption arc, and now he's like pretty fucking patriotic again. You know, eventually he makes it to be like a senator in the books or something, trying to do the right thing. So
well, I think that sounds great. He belongs on that list too.
Yeah, he definitely. And another guy that's overlooked here is the modern version, the John Cena version of the Peacemaker. He should be on this list.
Oh, for sure.
Eagly.
For sure.
Dude, he has a fucking bald eagle as a best friend.
Dude, that show is fucking priceless.
Yeah,
that show is so goddamn good.
Just wait until that second season.
I watched Heads of State last night with
I haven't seen
Idris Elba. It's so good. John Cena is such a good comedian. Yeah.
Is it what service is it on? Amazon? Can I get that on Amazon?
Prime.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. Heads of State. I've not seen that, so check that out.
Yeah, so he's the president of the United States, and Idris Elba is the prime minister, and they go on an adventure together.
Oh, wow.
And it actually makes sense. So it actually makes sense, yeah.
Okay.
So you got to see Idris Elba as James Bond, but he's the prime minister. And you get to see John Cena as the peacemaker, but he's actually the president of the United States. So you get to see James Bond and the peacemaker go on a bumbling adventure together.
I know what I'm doing tonight after this.
It's so good.
It's
so good. And
sure.
What's his name? What's his name? The Targaryen king from House of the Dragon. Patty Constantine.
Yes.
Patty Constantine's in it, and it's his best role yet.
Really?
He is such a good actor.
He was phenomenal in House of the Dragon.
He was phenomenal in House of the Dragon. Then he was incredible in Mobland. Completely different role for him. And then it's a completely different role for him in this movie, too.
Okay.
He's so good of an actor. I had no idea he was this good of an actor, but I saw him in 2 different roles back to back, Mobland and this. So fucking good.
Man, I gotta catch up with Mobland. I think I'm only like 3 episodes
in. Oh my God. Mobland's so good. Mobland's one of the best shows I've ever seen.
Yeah, I got caught. So my wife and I, every once in a while we get caught like in something, and there were 2 shows that we just happened to catch. One is called the Waterfront, which is kind of like a crime.
I started watching it. Waterfront's nowhere near as good as Mobland.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it's nowhere
good.
Near as good.
It's good though. It's entertaining so far. You know,
I'm on like episode 2 or something. I'm gonna go back, and then also you got Havoc with this Tom Hardy on Netflix.
Yeah.
So Tom Hardy has 2 conflicting shows at the same time.
Yeah,
and
they're
then
both mob
Countdown.
Yeah.
Countdown is Jensen Ackles as a cop. I just started this now, where he's like a renegade cop, like kind of like a Martin Riggs type character.
Is it good?
It's really good, and I'm only halfway through the first episode.
Is my buddy talked today's time?
Yeah. Okay. So I started watching Yellow Jackets because my buddy told me it was exactly like Demon the Fallen, but it was terrible. That show is so bad. When they're kids trapped in the woods, show is phenomenal. When they're modern day just cheating on their husbands, it's the stupidest fucking show in the world.
Well, so it's
written by women for women, and it's basically will not hold my interest. So I watched 9 episodes, and it was horrible, all 9 episodes. And then I watched the 10th episode.
And I lost it.
Yeah, it's so bad. It just gets worse and worse and worse. The only good character is Misty. Misty's fucking awesome, and then all the other characters suck.
Shit.
Misty needs her own, and it turns out Misty is Christina Ricci. She's such a good actress, you don't even fucking recognize her.
Yeah.
Misty needs her own fucking show. The rest of those bitches need to just be thrown
Disappear.
out. And Misty needs her own show. Misty's like a girl Dexter. I love Misty.
Oh shit. Then there's a show you need to watch on, I think it's on not Max. What's the other one? Stars. It's on Stars. And it's called Sweet Pea. Have you heard of this thing? Sweet Pea is the story of this girl who's like kind of like nerdy and, you know, and she gets bullied when she's a kid, but eventually she kind of gets fed up with it and takes a serial killer kind of a turn. It's good. It's really good. It's called Sweet
Did you
Pea.
ever? Did you ever see the movie May?
No, I have not.
That's something you need to. May, like the month.
Yeah.
Very easy. Very easy to remember.
Yeah, my birth month.
It's definitely worth watching. May.
Okay. All right. I'll check it
May
out.
what?
And is it like that? I'm May 11. I'm super
Taurus.
Oh yeah, super
Awesome.
Taurus.
Fucking, I love Tauruses.
Hey, we're loyal. We like to eat a lot.
I just like that you guys are good at. Tauruses use spreadsheets.
Yeah, we do.
I love Tauruses because I give them a spreadsheet, they can fill it out and not fuck it up.
Yep. We're grounded and organized. But
yes, I fucking hate chaotic pieces of shit. Like Gemini, they can't do anything right. Sagittariuses tend to be complete fuck ups. Aquariuses are nervous wrecks. Like I just don't like any
what
of
about
those people.
Scorpios?
Scorpios are fucking awesome. You point them in a direction. You basically convince them that their target or their goal is on the other side of that brick wall, and they will drill through that brick wall to get to it.
They will get it.
All you got to know is how to pull a Scorpio's strings, and you can get them to do whatever you want because they're so determined. They follow through with anything.
Yeah, yeah. And they're ruthless. That's the other thing. They're ruthless.
As long as you're not in between them and what they want, you're good.
Yep.
You want to be behind the Scorpio, not in front of the Scorpio.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Just put them like right in front.
You want them to be your Scorpio.
Yeah.
As long as they're your Scorpio, then you're good.
Yeah.
Not your side, because they can turn on you. You want to be behind them.
Yeah. It's in the sign, right? You know, it's all you need to know is there. So, man. So let's see. Other things that we can talk about. Do you have any plans for the 4th, or are you just going to train and do your thing?
So I got invited to a 4th of July party tonight by friends I've had for like 40 years.
Cool.
And I have enough food. I think I can pull it off.
Yeah.
I've got one meal left in me. I've got one meal left in me.
Since this is Geeked and Jacked, any tips for people who, if you're going to go to the barbecue and all that, do you have any tips, anything for people to like
eat meat and don't eat anything else there?
Get everything off the grill.
Not that complicated. So you eat chicken, bring your own chicken and throw it on and just hand it to the chef and say, "Here's some chicken, cook it for me, please." Yeah. And then you eat that because they're going to use the 7327 beef patties. So every burger is 25 grams of fat. The hot dogs are going to be 9 grams of protein and 11 grams of fat.
And who knows
it's
what
not
else?
worth eating. Yeah.
And who knows what else?
All you can eat really is chicken. So marinate some chicken, whatever the fuck you want. And when people smell what you're eating, make sure you bring more than just for you. Yeah. Bring 4 times what you would eat. Yeah. And then other people might want to eat the chicken too.
Yeah.
And we'd be like, wow, this tastes so good. What'd you marinate it in? It's like, it's a secret. And then they'll be like, what do you mean it's a secret? It's like everyone says health food tastes like shit, except for my health food. And they're like, well, tell me the secret. I'm like, then it wouldn't be a secret. And then if it's a hot girl, she's like, well, how am I supposed to know how to cook this? I was like, well, you'll have to come over and I'll cook for you.
That's right. Look at you. That was pretty smooth. I'll admit that took a turn I did not expect. Well done.
Yeah.
That's a solid move.
If only it worked. If only they could want you for your chicken. Yeah.
I'm sure it can work. All right. So another topic that I had, since I had like crazy patriotic topics, but this is the last one, I think. After this, we'll just riff, man. Patriotic physiques. I think you're the right person to ask this question. Who are the top 5 most jacked American heroes in pop culture now.
Oh,
So now we've
pop
got
culture.
movies. Yeah.
Oh, I thought
I'll
you were going to
give
say
you a wide
bodybuilding.
range.
I thought you were going to say
Yeah.
bodybuilding. All right,
No,
so
we can do that too.
number one is easily Rocky. Not Rocky, Rambo. John Rambo is number one.
So
John
Sylvester
Rambo is
Stallone
number
in
one.
that role. In that role.
Let's talk about the roles, because not the actors, because then
Yes.
people can get fabulate them. John Rambo is the most jacked American hero.
I'll say yes, definitely. And you're talking like First Blood Part 2, like Rambo.
I'm saying the whole fucking franchise, all 7 movies.
All 7. Okay.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, when he was all geared up in that Burma movie, when he used the 50 cal and just blew people to pieces, that he looked way better than he did in Rambo 3 when he was 170 pounds.
Yeah. So how old was he in that? How long ago did that come out? Like 5 years
if I
ago?
know.
10 years ago, maybe? It wasn't that long ago.
Rambo 4. Hold on.
Yeah, because the third was Afghanistan, right? That was the third one.
Yeah.
It was pretty jacked.
Which is ironic.
Yeah, right.
John Rambo in the Rambo 4 movie. How old was Sylvester Stallone in that movie?
In Rambo 4, which came out in 2008, Sylvester Stallone, 6, so he would have been around 61 or 62 years old at the time, still looking pretty impressive for that age, right?
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. 61.
Role and showed that age is just a number. If you've got any other fun movie questions or anything else on your mind, let me know.
All right, I will. Thank you.
61, which means there's hope for me yet.
Yeah.
And you got plenty of time. You got plenty of time.
I got 15 years to fuck shit up before I get that old.
Yep. Or to get bigger.
Well,
you know?
I mean, I haven't gotten bigger in the last 5 years, so it's unlikely it'll actually happen, but we'll see.
Okay. And then, so are you at the
optimal? Unless there's scientific advancements like these new myostatin inhibitors, or there's a way of causing your body to make new stem cells, because I'm probably out of stem cells. Like, I've made my arms bigger because they were underdeveloped, but like, I don't think my chest will get bigger. I can refill it, but like, my lats might get back to their original size. My quads might be either off-season size when they compete one day, but I don't. Maybe my sweep will get bigger, so I'll make a better shape. But I don't think I'm going to gain more than 5 or 10 more pounds of solid muscle in the next 20 years.
Right, but then it's not just the size; it's where it is for bodybuilding and how it is, and how it's presented, and so on. So yeah, so that's true.
That's
quality.
So John Rambo's number 1. All right.
Yeah. All right.
I would say, what was his name? Maddox from Commando, or Harry Tasker from True Lies.
Ooh, that's a tough call. That is
and Predator. What was his name in Predator? But Arnold's been in a whole bunch of movies where he represented an American soldier.
Yeah.
Commando was probably his biggest when he did Commando.
Yeah. God, why am I blanking out on his name? I should have known that. But Commando was huge. That's where he was lifting the fucking tree, like over his arm and shit.
Mm-hmm.
that was very impressive. That's probably peak Arnold. He was probably like 40 there, 41, 42, somewhere in there.
Hold on, let's just ask.
Yeah, I'm just thinking because
Maddox in Commando. How old was Arnold in that movie?
I think him about 38 years old when he played John Matrix. He was definitely in his...
All right, thanks, Nova.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, 38 is peak. Like 32 to 40 or so. Like, that's enough time to, like, mature muscle, grow it, and keep it. So...
I was my strongest at 42, but I'm probably my biggest right now at 46.
Because you have massed that muscle memory and that muscle size.
Well,
right?
I put more muscle on in the right places.
Right.
So even if I only put on 2 or 3 pounds of muscle, it's all in the delts, middle delts, the triceps, the quad sweep. It's all in the right places.
So remember this, kids. It's not just about building muscle. It's how you build it. Do it intelligently. Do it right. That's all I'm saying. All right, so that would be, so we've got Rambo number 1. We've got John Matrix or John Maddox, right, from Commando as number 2.
I think it's Matrix. I think you're right.
Is it Matrix? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, by the way, who the fuck thought that villain was worthy of John Matrix? You know who that dude was, right? Crazy psycho guy? Wes? He was the Mohawk guy from the Road Warrior. That's the same actor. Now, in the Road
Interesting.
Warrior, he looked kind of scary looking. You know, he was way scary looking, a little bit younger, in better shape. But by the
Right.
time, yeah, because by the time you gotta give, if you're gonna go up against Arnold, you gotta give him something. Like you remember Conan the Barbarian, those two humongous dudes that were the
Yep.
Thulsa Doom's bodyguards, I guess.
Right.
Those guys were fucking huge. Those guys gave
Right.
Arnold a run. You know, they look like that could be trouble. Especially a big tall dude with a big beard. That dude had to be
Mustache.
like 6'8". Yeah, mustache, right? Was it like
Yeah, the
handlebar mustache?
handlebar mustache, yeah.
Yeah, he was huge. So, I mean, when I just saw Conan the Destroyer, which is way worse, but it's such a terrible
Way
movie.
worse. Way worse.
But that's when you notice, like, so Arnold's what, 6'4", and Will Chamberlain is 7?
No.
How tall is Arnold?
Arnold's 6'2".
6'2".
6'1",
Okay,
maybe.
still
Hold on.
relatively
Let's just
tall
ask.
dude. Yeah.
Is Arnold 6'1" or 6'2"?
Schwarzenegger's he's generally considered to be around 6'2". Over the years, there's been some speculation that he might be slightly shorter, especially as he's gotten older. But his official height has always been listed as 6'2".
All right,
Okay.
thank you. So you said it's controversial. What's the controversy? Do people say he's 5'6'1", 5'11"? Does he wear lifts like the governor of Florida?
His officially listed height of 6'2". Some people have suggested he's more like 6'1", or even closer to 6 foot or 5'11". And yeah, there have been rumors over the years that he might have worn lifts in his shoes at times, kind of like
Oh, man.
these rumors about other celebrities and politicians. So it does make for a fun little debate among fans.
What about Sylvester Stallone's height? I heard he's 5'7".
Sylvester Stallone's height has also been a topic of speculation. He's generally considered to be around 5'9", but some people do believe he might be closer to 5'7". It's one of those things where the truth is a bit elusive, especially with camera angles and footwear choices in Hollywood. It definitely keeps the mystery alive.
All right. And for reference, what's Tom Cruise's height? Is that also 5'7"? Can you look through the internet and see if there's any pictures where Tom Cruise is standing next to Sylvester Stallone?
Thinking. Here we go.
I couldn't find any photos of Tom Cruise and Sylvester Stallone together. However, there's an image of their wax figures side by side on Shutterstock.
Well, that doesn't help, but thanks for trying.
No worries, I get that. Sometimes those side by side comparisons can be a bit elusive. If you need anything else or have any other questions, just let me know.
I will.
Nice. Very nice. Okay. I'm 5'8", so I'm happy with that. I'm like completely average. I used to be, honestly, 5, and then I started lifting. I had some back issues back when I was super fat too, and I shrank to like 5'8". I probably compressed my spine.
Just use one of those inversion tables.
Yeah, and just hang like a bat. Just hang like a
That's
bat.
it.
Getting character, bro. Getting in Toreador character right there. Like, all right, so we got the big three, I think, right there, right? We've got, so we got Rambo, we got John Matrix. Who do we have as number 3? Who can we?
I
get
would
as number
say
3?
Ethan Hunt.
Ethan Hunt. Okay, yeah, definitely, yeah, and you know he may not be the tallest, but that dude is in incredible shape for his age. Like
He does
60
fucking
now,
stunts and shit. In his...
He's jumping out of fucking airplanes and jumping motorcycles off cliffs and base jumping, you know?
Dude,
like,
he is the best
that.
action star in the world right now.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Let's see. Who else can we put in there as a number 4? As far as like Jack Physiques that are patriotic.
We're talking about movies, then I would say The Peacemaker.
John Cena in
The Peacemaker.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, I thought you would get a kick of that opening sequence where he's talking to the orderly and the orderly's like, yeah, you're too big. Like, you're not ready to go. And he's like, what do you mean? I am ready to go. Look at me. I'm like a superhero. He's like, yeah, but you're not like one of those Marvel superheroes who's like cut and ready to go, which I thought was hilarious. And he like gets all like butthurt because he's too big.
Dropped the building on him and he just broke a clavicle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's funny.
I'm gonna rewatch Peacemaker. That show is so fucking good.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it.
They had Robert Patrick as the White Dragon. That is just so fucking funny.
Yeah, and Robert Patrick is awesome. He's like, oh my god, in that show, he is the worst fucking dad.
He is so.
For God's sake.
He is such a good bad guy in that movie, in that show.
What was the name of his friend? His friend that's like the killer superhero. He's hilarious too. I don't think did he even have a name?
I don't remember.
He was just a psycho, like fanboy killer person. That show was too fucking good. Yeah. Audience, if you're watching this and you haven't seen The Peacemaker, please make a beeline.
It
Go to
is
Max
so good.
and go watch it because it's fucking
And
hilarious.
then after you're done watching that, watch the animated series Harlequin, which is as funny.
Yeah, and it's on Max too.
Yep.
So yeah, you can get them
You
both.
got
in the
1
same-
month. Knock that shit out in 1 month.
Yeah, definitely make it worthwhile. Absolutely.
Get all your DC, and then watch Snyder Cut, because you're gonna get one shot at all the DC stuff in one go.
Yeah, did you see there's been some, speaking of Snyder, like, you know that the new Superman movie is about to come out, the James Gunn one. And people are already starting the whole, like, you know, all the people that like Snyder versus the people who like James Gunn. And I'm like, you know,
I like both of them. I just don't think you're not going to outdo Man of Steel. Man of Steel is going to be by far the best Superman movie ever made. You got Snyder and Clavel. It's so fucking good.
Yeah, I mean, and
the combat scenes were so good.
They
you
were
got
phenomenal.
celerity, potence, and fortitude in a movie.
Yeah.
You got to see what real vampire and vampire fighting was. Only they're aliens, but they're using vampire disciplines. We get to see for real what elder vampires would be like if they were fighting each other without spells.
What I loved, and one thing that I think got overlooked by a lot of people was is it Batman v Superman that starts right during the fight over Metropolis and Gotham and all that?
Yes.
And Bruce is on the ground. That that's something that Snyder did that was fucking genius, and I think he didn't get enough credit. And it's to show when gods fight, how mere mortals are affected. Like, you know, 10 miles away, a building falls, and they don't even care because they're up there doing their thing.
Yep.
That was done so well. And then the whole, and this is why, you know, I like Batfleck. I like Batfleck a lot. Like, he showed that Bruce Wayne Batman outrage at this fucking alien coming here and wrecking the planet.
Killing everyone in Wayne Industries.
And having the drive and the willpower, because that's Batman's superpower, honestly. It's his fucking willpower.
Oh, he is so many. He's so fucking smart.
Yeah. And he's
the Batman with
detective.
Robert Pattinson. He's the best detective Batman.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, when Ben Shapiro sums up the newest Batman movie, he explains it all so well that there's different faces of Batman. And with this version, the new Batman movie, it's the detective Batman. Yeah. James Gunn didn't do that, did he?
No, I don't think so. I think that was Matt Reeves.
That was amazing. He did Gotham so fucking well. And then he went on to do The Penguin, and The Penguin's one of the best shows of all time.
Yeah. Yeah, The Penguin's very good. By the way, speaking of Matt Reeves, have you seen, and I'm sidebarring now, it's a horror movie called Let Me In. Have you seen it? Vampire horror movie? Holy shit. Your next rental. This is your next rental. Go get it. It's called Let Me In, and I think it's Matt Reeves who was the director. And it is phenomenal. It's actually a remake. The original is I want to say Swedish or Norwegian movie, which was very good. But the American remake in this case is better than the original. It's even better. And it's so good. And it's, oh man, if you haven't seen that, this one is definitely right up your alley. I'm not going to give anything away, but it is a vampire story, and it is very much played out and thought of as what if. Yeah, it's very what ify. Like, it explores the scenario of what happens when a vampire moves in next door, but with complications. It's very, very interesting. It's done well.
All right, it's 2010.
Yes.
It's on Hulu and it's on Max.
Yep.
All right.
Dude, check it out. Check it out.
I can also
thank me next week. You can thank me next week.
I have like 11 or 12 of these services, so I always can see anything.
Nice.
I just have to find out what it is.
Yeah, you got to find out in which one it's, you know, sometimes it's free on some, sometimes it's per view or whatever. But that one, most definitely, is that one is a top 3 vampire movie for me. And you know me. Oh, by the way, I finally saw the new Nosferatu. It was very good. Very, very good. Very moody. Very gothic. very.
Did you watch it
graphically
in the dark?
Yes.
Did
By
you watch it
myself because
alone?
my wife was
Good.
traveling. So yeah,
Good.
yeah. I got the whole like moodiness. It was very
Was the scene
mood
where you
setting.
first meet Count Orlok, was that not scary as fuck?
Absolutely. And the portrayal was
Of
phenomenal. The
how much
voice.
scare he was in. That
Yeah.
dude, the Beast, whatever his actor's
Yeah,
name was
Nicholas.
in so
I
much.
forget his name. Yeah. But
And the
he's great.
scene where she like starts coming onto him,
Mhm.
she gets like almost possessed and then starts trying to rip his pants off and shit like
Oh
that.
yeah, no, it's the whole movie is done very well. It's like they thought of every angle, and Orlok is just, I mean, he's like a evil force of nature the way he's portrayed.
Yes, yes.
Which is how it
He's
should be.
definitely not the Masquerade Nosferatu. He's definitely the
No.
Requiem Nosferatu.
Yeah, yeah.
He had
It's
the
just like-
nightmare discipline for
Yeah,
sure.
like you see him and it's like you think you're going insane. It's like a Call of Cthulhu kind of thing.
Yes,
You know?
exactly. It's a love. See, like I hated how in Masquerade the Nosferatu were just ugly.
Yeah.
Whereas
yeah,
in,
they were just the beast.
in Requiem, they were horrific. That was a big difference. That their ugliness was manifested through their nightmare discipline.
Yeah.
And
As
it
it should
cheapens
be.
it to have anyone else have nightmare.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's true because that was like their gift, their specialness. So,
Right.
you know, it is that. Let's see. Shit, that was a fun little like segue. All right, do we have a number 5? I don't know. Martin Riggs, maybe. Since we're getting to the 80s, 90s heroes here. I
He's
don't know.
not
But he's not patriotic.
jacked, and he's not patriotic.
Mhm. You didn't think Gibson was jacked back in the day?
No.
I mean, he was fit. He was fit, but he wasn't jacked.
I don't care. I don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah.
We can't compare him to Rambo in Rambo
No.
4
No.
or to Sean Matrix
Yeah.
in Commando.
Yeah.
And I only said Ethan Hunt because I forgot about the Jack part.
Yeah. No, but he fits in that. I mean, he's ripped. So
Jack
there is-
Reacher. Even though
Yes,
not
good
the
call.
Tom Cruise Jack Reacher.
No. I know.
The other
Yeah.
guy, I'm drawing a blank, but I know the character.
Oh.
That Jack Reacher.
Yeah. That dude is phenomenal.
You know what's funny? He's only 210 pounds.
The fuck?
He's 6'2", 210. That's how small motherfuckers are in Hollywood.
Really?
That's some dude 6'2", 210. He looks that big on screen next to other actors.
He looks humongous.
If you ever meet these people in person, they're
Mm-hmm.
so small.
Jeez.
They're so mortal that
Really?
none of them are very big in person.
I don't know though, man.
They're tall and skinny. The
Even,
actors, they're not
I mean,
jacked.
Assuming Stallone is my height, he looks twice my width, bro.
Stallone's the exception.
Yeah. Well, I
But-
mean, physique, it's training, it's genetics. He's got everything. I mean, look at him. He's got to be near 70 something.
He's
late 70s.
80 right now.
Is he 80? Shit.
He was
I
born
mean,
in 46.
right. So
He's
that
80.
would make him. Yeah. That's fucking crazy. And he looks great though.
He looks
Have
amazing.
you seen his
Tulsa
show?
King.
What was it? Tulsa
Yeah,
King.
Tulsa
Yeah.
King's so good.
He's fucking great in that.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that he never gets credit for how funny he is too. Oscar was funny. Do you remember
Yes, he was.
Oscar? That was a funny movie.
It's
Same
'cause
with
he
Arnold.
played-
Yeah.
You know, he wrote and directed and starred in Rocky,
Yeah.
his first movie.
Yeah.
So he's a smart man, but he sounds stupid the way he talks because of that one movie, Rocky.
hmm
People typecasted him, even
Yeah.
though he was smart.
He got
Yep.
what's the word? Underestimated a lot.
Did you see how hot his daughters are?
No. No, I've never
All
seen
three
I
of
don't
his
think I've ever
daughters,
seen
they're
his
like
daughter.
tall blonde. One of his daughters is in Tulsa King. It's the blonde chick who's with the horses in season one.
Really? That's his daughter? I did not
That's
know
his
that.
daughter.
Oh wow. Okay. So the genetics
He's
thing
got
again. See?
3 ultra hot daughters. Yeah.
So genetics plus he probably married like gorgeous supermodels, super women. So even more genetics. There you go. So
Well, they're only like 20, which means he
Yeah.
pumped them out at 60.
again, genetics. Shit. Well, I mean, with the future, with what's coming, with all the peptides and drug therapies and things being developed with AI now, the next 5 years are gonna be wild, man. I think we might be a friend of mine and I were talking. He's a physician, so he's a geneticist physician, and we was talking about some of these therapies that are coming up. You've referred to some of them with the myostatin inhibitors and so on. And he's saying, like, it's not completely crazy to think in 5 or 10 years we could have therapies that could seriously slow down aging, understanding the mitochondria better.
They've already reversed aging in animals in Harvard.
Oh, shit. So here we go.
Yeah.
See, there it is. So
they've
it's
already
coming.
done it. It's just a matter of 20 years, and you'll be able to reset your age. So, like, I would reset mine to 36. That's when I look my best.
That's
I
what you
just
would
I would go turn the clock back to 30, and then every 10 years, I would just turn the clock back 10 years.
That would be phenomenal.
And it stayed
I'd be
in
happy
my
at 40.
From 30 to 40, I looked fine. 30 to 40, it was the same pretty much.
I'd stay at 40. Imagine how wild that would be.
Or I would turn the clock back to 36 and freeze it and just keep my face exactly like it was at 36.
Just stay there?
Yep.
So think about this. If people were able to do that, how that would change society, man. Like, can you imagine if you're... Yeah, go ahead. Tell me what you think.
I think people would still eat like shit, get fat, and die. I
Some.
think only the people that actually take training and nutrition seriously would actually spend the time and energy to do this. Like, there's Ozempic all over the place. There's still fat people. So there's still going to be ugly people. There's still going to be old people. Because no matter what tools you give them, they're fuck ups, so they're going to fuck it up.
Yeah,
but then there's people who are good.
You can't save everybody.
But people who have high IQs, and they will have the resources to do whatever they want to do.
Well, you need to have high IQ and a sense of being and self too. Because I was very self-destructive before my experience. I don't know if I shared that with you, but I went through some shit. Let's just say it that way. Honestly, looking back, I should have realized it. And it made me very self-destructive. And I had the intelligence to recognize it, but not the wisdom to stop, if that makes any sense. So until I had that moment of, like, we all have that moment of reckoning where it's like, get busy dying or get busy living, buddy. And I decided to live. So, it's like you said, not everybody can be saved.
So once people hit 50 or 60, that's when they'll be like, you know what, I want to turn this clock back.
Yeah. Yeah, for most people. When that whiff of mortality. See, I had a very near-death experience at 17. And what happened there is that it made me think that I was indestructible. So I went into a full-on, I can do whatever I want, because I didn't die then. So clearly I'm indestructible, which is completely irrational, by the way. But coping mechanism. So, and that's how I ended up where I ended up. And then at 45, I was like, nope, that's not true. Let's reset all these things. So there you go. And then that's how you get an older biohacker who tries all kinds of crazy shit and who's curious. So there you go. All right. So yeah, I don't think we've left anybody. Oh shit. We did leave one, but he's an actor. It's not that his roles are patriotic, but he kind of is, I guess. And I guess we could throw The Rock in here, as far as like gigantically jacked. He's done kind of the secret agent thing.
Oh, okay. No. We got to pick a role, not an actor.
Okay, so let's think about it. Hobbs in all the Fast and Furious movies. That's about it.
That's fine.
I'll give him that.
He
was Roadblock. He was Roadblock in G.I. Joe, man.
That's much better role. There we go.
Yeah,
much better.
Roadblock in G.I. Joe. Fuck, man.
He was jacked and patriotic. Yep.
Yes, and that dude is huge too. That's another, like, I don't know what it is about people from the South Pacific, man, but those guys are naturally genetically big, man. Yep. I don't know what that is. So maybe hanging out in the South Pacific, eating whale blubber or something. I don't know. I don't know what they do down there. So who knows?
I'm not going to speculate except for genetics.
Yeah. So, yeah, I have no idea. But he trains hard, I'm sure. Like all these people, like, it's always the same thing with Hollywood. Like people that don't understand training and nutrition and the effort, they immediately go like, oh, it's the gear. And it's like, that's just like,
I don't know. I've seen The Rock train, and it is not impressive.
Oh, it's not?
It's shallow reps.
You're a pro.
Yeah. And his leg training is retarded.
Oh, it's not good?
He does circuit training with leg press and lunges, and he does half reps. And it just looks like it's painful on his knees. Yeah, it's just terrible. We've never seen his legs. No, he has terrible
I've never
legs.
really looked at him. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got terrible legs. So the first thing you do when you want to evaluate, does someone know how to train, is you look at their legs. If they don't have legs, they don't know how to train. Whatever they've got is genetics.
I got good legs, so I'm good. I'm good with that. I like that analysis because it favors me.
Yeah.
So awesome. All right, man. Let's see. I don't have anything else for tonight, man. Like, that was my patriotic salute to America, Geeked and Jack style. So unless you got something else, brother, we are good. So, all right. So everybody who watched this, we gave you your top 10 superheroes. We gave you your top 5 pop culture American icons. So stay free. America, fuck yeah. And we are out. All right. Thanks always, Todd, for making this fun, man.
My pleasure, man. Thanks for having me on.
Anytime. All right. Bye-bye, everyone. Have a happy 4th.